Hmm, how about this one then? Uh, the chat at least got a new link, so there we go. Yeah, for some reason there must have been a bug somewhere. All right, we're live. So, as I mentioned in the stream previous yesterday, um, um, I decided to do some streaming again. It's been a while since I've been programming, uh, therefore I'm pretty rusty, and I feel like that the old project was had a bit of scope creep, as you might call it, since I was building everything from scratch. Yeah, so I really wanted to do something that is a bit more lightweight, also with a couple of changes. So I decided to do a project, quote unquote, from scratch, meaning that I've reused a lot of the code from the other project that I have been live streaming here on the channel. But I decided on a different architecture just to try it out. Yeah, I'm not sure I like it, but it is what it is. So, yeah, I've always wanted to build a multi-threaded engine, and this project has been built with a thread pool and task queue for multi-threading, which means that the underlying engine core here supports that. Um, we aren't using it for anything in this project yet, but I'll probably be doing that. I also decided that I would allow myself to implement the ImGUI um, API, since I don't want to be spending a lot of time designing a custom UI, at least for now. Uh, Also, I'll be using the DirectX, um, or rather, the Microsoft supplied DES loader, and I'll be using the DirectX math library with AVX instructions. So that should get us up and running for the most part, meaning that we have something that can supply us with a UI and we can load textures. And since I already created an OBJ loader, we can load models. And thus far, we will be able to do most of the stuff eventually that we want to do in this project. So the current state of the project is that we have a window and we have um, the ImGUI implementation. We also have a basic pipeline for polygons. I also set up the project in a different way with a post-build script that simply copies whatever we need to copy whenever we build the project, so that we can make sure that every resource is properly updated. Yeah, so it makes things way more easy to use, and is of course highly recommended. So yeah, I uh, created a to-do list earlier today when I worked on the project, and of course implemented the what do you call it? pipeline and a root signature. It was basically mostly a copy of the old code. I've done changes here and there, but nothing major. So yeah, I think that the next step for this project is something like yeah, maybe we should try to render something to the screen. Uh, um, yeah, I think maybe we should add the OBJ model loader and start creating some data on the GPU, or rather uploading some data to the GPU. So, but before we do that, we of course need uh, some resource management systems. Just a basic wrapper for the resources. We will also be copying that. Let's see. So let's do that. Let's create a DX resource. Let's see. Let me just arrange my windows here so I can follow the chat while looking up stuff here. All right, now I'm set up. Should be able to see the chat whenever anyone decides to interact. Let's see. Let's move this and move this. And this is the thing that I don't like about this um, new structure. Since I've structured the code so that we have two static libraries, the common and the core library, and the application layer, I decided to go with a structure that resembles a lot of the different libraries that compile into a static lib, where you only have the header files for inclusion in your application, and then the source code is separate and gets compiled into the static lib. But yeah, it means that every time I create a new class of sorts, uh, I have to move the files around, and I have to browse this massive tree in the end, whereas the old project had um, um, everything, both the header and the CPP file, in the same folder. Maybe if we, instead of using let's see, we could do something like arranging it in filters instead. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's a lot of work for nothing. Let's see. So let's include our includes. And let's copy our stuff. I think the old wrapper is pretty fine. Let's see. We'll make it a com pointer. We'll definitely need the constructor and destructor. Of course, I've decided on a different name here, but doesn't make much of a difference. Delete the copy. constructor. Let's create the move constructor. This is not good. I don't like. Oh wait a minute. Okay, maybe this is fine. I thought I was casting the interface, the COM interface underlying underlying the resource here, but I'm not, so no worries. We could create the initialize function for the depth stencil as well. Whoops. And then of course the release. I think and we had a lot of different different resource type. And let's declare it down here. I actually think this is fine. Okay. Okay. The destructor calls the release function. Then the move constructor here. And then the move function. Then the initialize for the ordinary resource. Yeah, we don't want to throw on that. Maybe we will just probably get a output error. And also, I think the depth stencil here gets evaluated because usually we want to be able to create that. It's usually a critical resource. This might not be a critical resource. This should be alright. So if we set memory, we unmap it and reset the pointer. Also when we move, if we have memory set and we actually have a underlying objects, meaning that we have if it had, yeah, I think that is correct. Shouldn't get any dangling pointers or resources kept alive by doing that. Should be fine. Let's copy this function. Excuse me. Let's see. All right. We good, we good, we good. Okay. I think I want to lastly probably copy some mm, mm, let's create a folder data streaming. Mm, I'm just gonna copy what used to be the linear buffer. Mm, okay, so we then want to, let me just find the chat here again. Create a let's simply copy this. Let's see. Okay. Lost in the heat of it all. Command list manager, we need that as well. Let's see. Let's see, get current fetch value. Alright, this will currently only support one command queue and command list. I know it's not efficient in any way, but since I'll be reworking the scheduling systems to handle multi-threading eventually, um, um, I need to rewrite a lot of it. So right now I just focus on getting everything up and running. Alright. I think that was it in terms of basic resources that we need. Let's see if everything compiles. All right. All right. We don't have everything we need, but I think the rendering systems are mostly set up then. Let me just check. All right. Okay. Um, so maybe we should start. Maybe we should start uploading some resources. So the renderer right now initializes the swap chain, creates a ImGUI related descriptor heap, and then we set up our polygon pipeline with position, normal, and texture coordinates. Maybe we want the upload system to be set up as well. Not resources, data streaming, upload linear. Oh, wait a minute. This is going into the header. Data. Upload service. And let's set it up. Initialize with the device. And I think we used. Do we have a kilobyte? No. Nowhere common help us. No. Nope. Let's just do a common helper. Yeah. Kilobytes. Hello, buddy. Long time no see, indeed. How are you doing? Let's allocate 2 megabytes to our upload service. Yeah, yeah, it's definitely been a while. Let's see. Let's create a sysrect. How are you doing, buddy? I'm doing quite alright. Just busy with work and everything. How's school going? Yeah, that's a pretty peculiar coincidence. We could copy a depth stencil thingy here from the other project. Let's see, depth stencil view buffer keep. Oh, we also need that. Let's see, depth stencil. Porn and sys rect. I'm hard coded. How do you mean hard coded? Oh, I don't know yet. I'm not sure it's even gonna be a regular chess game. It's just gonna. I'm gonna start with the rendering and get an actual chessboard, and then I'll play around with the grid system and maybe some pathfinding and something like that. Uh, but yeah, we'll play around with it. We could probably try to do a regular chess game, or yeah, I don't know. We'll see where things go. Let's copy this as well. Hash data buffer. We need the utility from the other project. Where did we define that? Okay, we need a common helpers. Utilities. Namespace, GXC, namespace, call. Maybe utilities as well. Utils. Okay. Let's do uint here. Utilities. And let's create a size of. All right, we have our constant buffer here. Still no data in it, so it doesn't really do anything. No, no, it's fine, dude. It's fine. It wasn't really much of a stream anyway. I just talked a bit about the uh, reasoning behind going into a separate project. Okay, we have a problem somewhere. Okay. Maybe just there we go. Okay. And let's see NVIDIA Insight. Huh. I don't know why my NVIDIA Insight stuff. Yeah, I decided to do a new project where I uh, made some things over. So yeah, let me just go into that in a sec. Let me just find Insight graphics. Yeah. Okay. So if I do like this, I should be able to boot it. New project, recent projects. I want uh, oh my god, please. Hello, Code Rip. How you doing? Inside. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Maybe I need to close all of this. Yeah, you can access the internet. I don't care. Okay. Okay. Descriptor heaps. We have the ImGUI stuff. We have the depth stencil stuff. Let's see. We have some resources, right? This is probably the font map of sorts, right? I'm suspecting. We have several buffers, past data. Yeah, I should name the buffers, of course, when we create them. Yes. All right. So, as I mentioned, Mr. Yes, yeah, I moved successfully. Thank you. Yeah, I'm all settled in at my new place. So yeah, I remade a new project where I use a lot of the old code, but I decided to use the ImGUI UI layer since designing the UI was very cumbersome and time consuming, and I wanted to maybe focus a bit more on rendering and gameplay. So yeah, I did a new engine also uh, with the new architecture and as well as static libs instead of DLLs. But yeah, um, yeah, but some of the code is of course the same. So yeah, I think ImGUI is just so easy to integrate with your own system that I might as well. I don't know if you remember how much time I spent on the whole UI stuff, and it was interesting and a good learning experience, but I'm not sure I'm at a place where I want to spend a lot of time designing that right now. When I get back to the old project, I'll of course continue down that road. There are several things that Well, it's always been about the programming. What's up, Code Ah, okay. Well, we can always get back to it, but right now I need something that is more easy to work on to get back into things. But if you miss it, let me show you. It's right here, right? What is the buttons? I can't remember. Is it? Oh, there we go. The old UI is still here, alive and well. Yeah, I can still. But the shadow mapping stuff is still working pretty good. Okay, so now we have some data here. Let's see inside the upload service. Um, yeah, I will be using ImGUI for this one. But when I go back to the thank you, Code Rip, but I don't think I agree on that one. But don't worry, I'll get back to the other project eventually. I just need to work on something to get me started and back into things. I haven't programmed for like 5 months or something like that, maybe 4 months. So yeah, I can't remember a lot of stuff. So also I wanted to actually probably eventually uh, buy the real-time rendering book here and implement some of the rendering stuff um, from that book. And I also wanted to do for one a completely mesh shader based. I don't know why I write it there, but a mesh shader system in DirectX 12 Ultimate, perhaps with a bit of ray tracing and a GPU culling. I think that would be a fun project. Um, I think this project will much easier support. Everyone should remember Paul. But yeah, I have a lot of ideas, but right now I just need to get started again. Upload service. Buffer. Let's see. Does ImGUI actually Create buffers that let's see. These two buffers here, when do they get created? The problem with ImGUI. Oh well. All right. Let's do a folder. Oh, you did? Yeah, I think DirectX 11 is pretty easy to start with. Okay, let's see. Include DirectX Math. Also include vector. Let's see, float 3, float 3. Whoops. We don't have a U in 32 inside that. Okay. Uint C++ definition. Header. Standard int. Perhaps. Nope. No. Actually don't know where the original stems from. Oh, thank you. I'm probably just gonna do as I always do. Uh, and figure everything out, mostly myself. Also, I'm not certain that I will be making a regular chess game. Maybe if I include the yeah, it actually has the types that we use. Okay. Whoops. Yeah, I'm not gonna use libraries for game logic or anything. I'm only gonna use libraries for stuff that I'm not gonna bother with in this project. Let's see. Okay, maybe it's just easier to do the correct one than file handling. There we go. I don't think I need that one. Whoops. What? There we go. Sure thing, buddy. Nice to see you again, and you gotta fill me in on your projects in the future. Oh, I actually do need it. Let's delete that function. I don't think I need that one. Using namespace. And we want all right. We have a OBJ reader. Let's create a folder for the models and then update our script here. No, we actually don't need that. Models. All right. Excuse me. Okay. And let's do a Blender model here. Oh, not that, like that. Let's scale it. We don't care about any of this right now. I'm unsure whether test box. Whoops. Oh, it can actually open 3D models. Impressive. Let's see, let's remove that. I think okay, right now we should actually have a coupling between the application layer here. This should be the one that is instructing the core to load the files, but right now we will just hard code it into the core until we carve out the necessary systems. Let's see. Also, does our script actually, yeah, it copies the model? Maybe. I'm unsure whether if I rebuild it, but anyway. Let's see. Let's create. Maybe we do it from the application layer, or rather the platform layer. Whoops, not that one. Let's go into the file here. Yeah, in general, I think we would want something like a load system of sorts in the application here that calls an underlying API. Huh. Yeah. But yeah, as I've mentioned, we'll just start out by hard coding it into the renderer. Yeah, file handling. Okay. What is the... Hello, buddy. I'm all right. How about you? This of course needs to be public for us to be able to do anything. Uh, uh, yeah. I decided to do ImGUI for this project. I started over. I still have the other project running, but since I haven't been programming for a while, I decided to create a project where hopefully things could get going a bit faster. So I decided that for now I'm going to use ImGUI, I'm going to use the Microsoft DDS loader, and I'm going to use probably ImGizmo, and I'm going to use, well, is that it? Yeah, DirectX Math for math instead of writing the whole math library. So yeah, that will definitely make things a lot easier, I think. But when I get back to the other old project, I'll of course continue on developing some UI stuff there. Mm. Yeah, you don't know that one? I'm Gizmo. These widgets here is called ImGizmo. So the thing he's clicking on and dragging is an extension someone made for the ImGUI library, I think. Yeah, but it takes a long time to create yourself. But you could definitely get some inspiration from his library. No, I think he creates a sort of a line, um, and then just uses some visual stuff to kind of like make it seem like an arrow. A bit of trigonometry. But it's pretty cool. I think I will be using that one. Yeah, everything takes a long time when you do it yourself. Let's see, does this compile? No. Maybe we need two of those. doesn't want to do it like that? Or did I just make a typo? Oh, the application doesn't know it. So in terms of relative pathing, so that is better. Yeah, it really, really does. It's fun enough. It reminds me of designing web pages back in the day when IDEs and editors weren't really available, or rather, not cost a lot of money. And yeah, so part of me likes the whole UI stuff, but part of me just wants to do some rendering and maybe some game logic instead. If I was collabing with someone, I might do the UI part, but I feel like when you're working on your project alone, it's yeah, cumbersome to use a lot of time for systems that just make you do the basic stuff. All right. Does this compile and run as I expected? I didn't check the log itself. It did say that the file got loaded. Let's see. Did we also copy correctly with our script? Yeah, we do. Our script works as well. Okay. So I think the renderer here should probably verdicts. Position, let's see. What's the layout? The layout is normal, position, UV. Mm. Okay, let's do a header for this actually. Rendering types. Render types, there we go. Probably don't need it in here then. Uh, uh, uh. Okay, pass data. For now we will define it in here. And this will use DirectX math instead. XM matrix, no float 4x4. View projection. Matrix. Okay, let's create some temporary buffers. Vertex buffer. Index buffer. Mm. Am I using the namespace? No, I'm not. Let's do it. XM float 3 pointer. All right. We have our vertices. Mm, Initialize and device the good. Okay. Size of vertex times vertices. Size. Default here. Let's see. I think it's generic read, right? Is it common? I think it's common. get UVs. Okay. Indices. All right. We have our pointer set up here. Okay, great stuff. Then we just need to copy the actual data. Mm. We could do a heap allocation here and just clear it afterwards. Vector verdicts. Verdicts data. And then position equals vertices I. Normal. Okay. And then we ask our upload service. Destination, we get our polygon vertex buffer here. Address of that. Rather, does it accept that? Yeah, it does. 0. Vertex data. That data. Vertex. All right. And for the index buffer, poly index, of course, we can do like this. Indices, the UN32 times should be fine. MQ upload service upload. Let's see if we get any errors. We do. Let's see, does that change anything? No. Okay. So we're already getting a bug here. Space 0 buffer size. Let's see, do we get any DirectX errors? No. Offset destination. Spaces for some reason. Not set yet, of course. Range, begin, end. Oh! Yes, we actually disabled that. Okay. Which part of it? Let me see. And did I not initialize it correctly? This should also be renamed, but Did we not set it up yet? That is that the problem? Let me just make these explicit. So let's see, should be okay. Get completed value. Okay, let's split this. All right. Is the fence not correctly initialized? Uh, for some reason it doesn't work. Is it because this should throw if it doesn't? Huh. That is a bit weird. Why can't I access the so that one doesn't throw, does it? No. Okay, let's see what this returns. Hmm. Maybe when I create it, let's increase the array size, maybe. No. Am I doing something silly here? Does this throw as well? Nope, it doesn't. So um, that is pretty weird. Let's see, exception. Um, Wait a minute, maybe. Yeah, I think. Oh, wait a minute. That doesn't change anything in the actual code. But that was also a potential bug. Let me just check the old manager here. Because I did change some stuff. Hi, no flags. Wait a minute. There we go. Yeah, I didn't realize that this actually specified the QID. Okay, everything should be fine then. Let's see. Huh? Did it crash? Oh, I haven't updated the release version. Of course. Let's see. Okay, it doesn't save the warning. Yeah, I need to release this stuff. Okay. Huh? Do we have a crash? We shouldn't have a crash. It's fine. Alright. Oh my god, all these releases. Um, well, I really don't like NVIDIA Insight. It's full of bugs, I think. At least bugs that RenderDoc doesn't suffer from. RenderDoc, let's try that. Launch. Press what to capture? F12. Uh, vertex buffer. Float 3, float 3, float 2, right? Maybe not. Maybe not, maybe not. Polygon vertex buffer. Index buffer. Uh, all right. Okay, that looks more reasonable. Um, okay, so uh, for us to draw the thingy. We need to of course tell the renderer to bind our stuff. Dx12 command list manager get graphics list. I also changed the underlying stuff here. Right. Yeah. Viewport. Syserict. MPSO, polygon, pipeline, bind. Let's just copy this. need the views as well. I haven't created those. The chunk size, let's see. I think it's right because the size, I think so. There we go. D3D12 vertex buffer view. Whoops. Okay. Dx12 command list manager, get graphics list, draw indexed instance, index count per instance. Right now we will just fetch from the obj reader indices size 1 0 0 0. Let's see. Now we're already using it. No, no to all. Okay, some errors here. Oh. Let's just disable the depth stenciling for now. Does it stop complaining then? Yeah, it does. Great stuff. Uh, oh, God damn it. Uh, oh, are we in debug mode? No. Huh? I mean, we should be calling... this draw indexed, right? Let's see. Render doc. Uh, okay, color pass. Huh. Oh, I know why. It's because I record the commands but never execute them. Oh, I'm so freaking rusty. Now that was stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. I think so at least. Right. Or what? Is that the problem? This should run afterwards. Let me see in debug mode. What do we actually end up with? Um, I mean, it doesn't even seem to be recording the commands here. It's supposed to do it every frame. I mean, then we get the call to the set descriptor heaps here. Let me just check. Maybe it actually collapses everything into one draw. I don't know. Color pass. Yeah, maybe it does. Set viewports. Yeah, it does actually draw something here. Okay, maybe. Hello. It was a quick visit. Okay. So maybe we should set up the shader. We could also upload our constant buffer by um, yeah, we could upload our constant buffer by setting our stuff inside the root signature descriptor. Uh, Parameter type. Let's set up this stuff here for our root signature. A let's do a D3D12 root parameter constant buffer view. Let's copy this and let's do a shader visibility. For now, let's do the vertex shader visibility. Let's do a descriptor shader register 0. Let's do a descriptor register space 0. And let's do a descriptor flag series where we set it to none. All right. There we go. This should be okay, right? This should be all right, right? All right, right. All right, right. No bugs so far. So we view projection matrix. Update it at runtime. So first parameter. Great. And we actually created the buffer up here, right? Pass data buffer. Um, Actually, I don't think we need a view for it, as far as I remember. Let's do like this, and ImGUI polygons. Um, let's see. Descriptor table, graphics, bit constant buffer view, buffer location, yeah. So we don't need the actual. There we go. There we go. Okay. Next thing, we probably need some shader stuff. Vertex shader input. Float 3, position. Did I actually name it by a specific semantic? I can't remember. Let's see. We have position, normal, and text coordinates. Load 3, normal, I think. Autocomplete. UV. Texture, coordinate. Uh, Also, we should probably have some past data stuff. Struct. Past data. View projection. And let's do a constant buffer here of past data. Past data, constant buffer, register buffer 0 here. And we can then pass out a float3 position in world space. Position 0, perhaps. Go to UV. And a float3. I mean, okay. And remember DirectX 11, or rather DirectX Math does in a different ordering of the matrices. So in the memory, I think it's row, or I think it's row major, while it should be column major to follow the HLSL syntax, but we will simply just flip the stuff for now. Output. Output. Clip space position is equal to the, and we will do this in the reverse order due to what I just said. So this needs to be a float 4. All right, the output position in world space is just going to be the input position, as long as we don't have a matrix that scales or rotates or changes the underlying objects. Need per object data for this. Normal in world space is just going to be the normal. We also need this. And the UVs are gonna stay intact as well. Needs some texture transformations. Okay. So far, so good. Okay. So far, no problems. Um, all right. One thing we need to set up. All right. It's the mem copy version here, destination. Load, store, load, works for. Identity. Okay. All right, we already have something on our screen. We're probably inside a oh, we actually have this set up. So I could enable this, right? And it would work just fine. And we could do like this, right? Let's see, we haven't enabled depth stencil buffering yet, but we will just do that inside our pipeline state here. We still get some errors. Okay. The resource is a null pointer. Ah. We should be able to initialize it that way, right? Huh? Am I missing a bind somewhere? Uh, Maybe I am. Maybe the descriptor heap is not bound. Oh, wait a minute. I disabled it right here. There we go. It was staring me right in the face. There we go. And our application stuff actually went away. Miss you. We do have a object loaded. Great stuff. Of course, right now we can't see anything because we have no camera. I don't know. No, something is wrong. I don't know if we need some more vertices. There could be all kinds of problems. All right. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Um, that's pretty good. I don't know if it's the it does seem like the perspective thingy here isn't working properly. Where did the capture go? Okay, so the whole thing gets warped when yeah. I'm unsure whether, I mean, the vertices seem correct, but yeah. Yeah, we'll have to figure out mm, hmm. Anyway, so something is happening at least. The next thing is to define some kind of camera. Uh, let me just think a bit. Some kind of camera, because if you remember the old system here, we upload the stuff, we create a camera that we can move around, and oh, this still works. Um, yeah. I wish NVIDIA Insight worked, because it's so much easier to work with that than RenderDoc. Anyway, I'll test it just one more time. but for some reason it crashes. I'm not gonna bother too much. Should we just create the camera stuff and get done with it? Should we just... Maybe I need a break. I've been going at this for several hours and yeah, I feel hungry. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna do a break. Maybe I'll stream later. But yeah, the project took off. So even though we can't see it, we're actually using shaders and rendering some stuff. We have ImGUI, we have model loading. Next, if we set up a camera, we will be able to view our stuff. All right, maybe I should just do the camera stuff. Nah, I'll do it after the break. Anyway, thanks for tuning in and nice seeing so many of you guys on the stream. I'll definitely be back. Yeah, so hopefully I'll see you guys around. And hopefully you'll have a good one. All right, take